ऋतं मे मा प्रहासीः अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्माम् अवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. May my speech be firmly established in my mind. May the mind too be firmly established in my speech. May there be perfect correspondence between my thoughts, words and actions. May the truths of the scriptures be revealed unto me. May what I learn from them never forsake me. Let me live my life day and night according to their teachings. I shall speak what is right. I shall speak what is truth. May that protect me. May that protect the teacher. Oh, peace, peace, peace. So friends, during this retreat, we tried to see how the answers to various questions that come across our minds can be extracted. We saw that the answers are not given to us. We have to learn to extract the answers. And the more we develop this skill, the better we will be able to get the answers to our questions. So, this is now almost the last part of this retreat, where some questions have come. Usually we have one session devoted to questions and answers for in every retreat. So in this silver bucket there are some questions. Very good questions. Can questions be classified according to the gunas? That is, are there tamasic, rajasic and sattvic questions, or does this depend upon the questioner? what is the answer? What do you think? Do the questions have this distinction that some are tamasic? Those of you who are familiar with these words, many of you are surely are. Some questions could be tamasic, could be rajasic, could be sattvika. Yes, the questions do have this categorization like everything in life has. So the questions are not exempt. Everything in life can be or has automatically this classification, that some have preponderance of sattva, that is the clarity, the search for knowledge, and all that is predominant in those questions. Some are more oriented towards getting more pleasure out of it. Then they are rajasic, that how can I get more money, how can I get more pleasure, how can I win the cases, in the pending cases in the courts, how can I kill all my enemies, and such questions. They are of rajasika nature. Then there are tamasika questions which really are only of the nature of perpetuating ignorance, doubts after doubts, and then also of the nature where you get irritated. The idea is there to get more and more stuck, really, not to get to any resolution. So those questions are tamasika. So there are varieties of questions. So it is the questioner is not necessarily the questioner has to be of one of these three, sattvika, rajasika or tamasika. Those of you who had been following our discussion in Bhagavad Gita that was going on on the 14th chapter on gunas, they would see that a person may be in the morning very sattvika, in the afternoon that very person could become rajasika, and by evening can become tamasika. And again, maybe after a couple of hours, again can become rajasika. It is not that certain. It is like our New England weather, that someday it can be very cold, someday it can be very hot, very unpredictable. So the person can be considered more sattvika only as a general preponderance of that person, that's all. That doesn't mean that the person will never have a tamasika reaction. You can in general tell that, well, Florida is generally warmer than our New England area, but it is a general statement. On a given particular day, Florida may be cooler than Providence. You cannot say that always it will be the case. In general, that is the statement. So, some people are in general of sattvika temperament. In general, some are of rajasika temperament, and some are of tamasika temperament. But a tamasika person could also be on certain occasions very sattvika, very calm, very serene, very benevolent, very understanding, but maybe it doesn't last too long for that person. In 5 minutes it will give way to the tamasika qualities. So it depends in what state the question gets asked. If that question is asked When the tamasika spirit, when the tamas was predominant, then the question also will get colored by that, and so forth. How can we yearn for God? Yes. What is the answer? Yes, Raj?
Company of sadhu.
Company of sadhus. That is, yes, then we can get that reflection. You are right. Satsanga. Therefore, satsanga is very much advocated. We spoke about that, holy company. So, holy company makes us have this yearning for God. Any other answer? Yes, Shravani?
You say that the answer is in the question. Can you demonstrate in this question? Or the answer is in
Oh, well, you first answer this question, and then we can I will show that how that answer was involved in this question. First you give the answer, then let us see if that answer fits into this question.
Practice.
Come on. Huh?
Practice.
Huh?
Practice.
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 Practice your.
Oh, okay, and okay.
You know, just develop that yearning within yourself.
Right. Oh, good.
Focusing on God.
Through practice, yes. That's a good answer. Very good. So, what you give your answer and let us see.
If you do not have earning, why would you even practice?
As a matter of discipline. Exactly. That question gets often asked. Very nice question. Seemingly, it is kind of a vicious cycle that one tries to, because I don't have yearning. I do not engage myself in any spiritual practice, and because I do not engage myself in any spiritual practice, I don't get yearning either. It is like that eternal thing that a person was looking for a job, but he couldn't get a job because he didn't have any experience, and because he didn't have any experience, he didn't get job, and because he didn't have any job, he didn't have any experience. So it is like that. Because no experience, so no job, and because no job, no experience. So it is like this, that so we have to start from where we are. I do not have yearning. So let me see, that is the nature of this question, that how we yearn for God. So the answer is in the question that we saw. So first thing, what do you see when you read this question? How can we yearn for God?
If the person wants to yearn.
Correct. Very intelligent man. Good. That the person wants to have, if the question is sincere, we take it for granted that it is sincere because you all are very sincere people here. So therefore the question is from a very sincere heart. So what does it mean? That the person wants yearning for God. And the question is how? The matter becomes simpler now. So what do you do when you want something that you don't have? Come on, let us come to a day-to-day example that we can see. Suppose you want milk. You open your refrigerator and see there is no milk. You think that you want milk. Now what do you do?
Get it.
Cow the milk.
Get it.
Milk the cow.
Get it.
But how do you get it?
Go to grocery store.
Exactly. So wherever the source of milk is, you go there and get it. So you want yearning. You don't have, but you want. Now, so you go to the source of this yearning. Is it clear to this extent? That wherever there is the source of yearning, you go there and get it. Now, where do you see this yearning? Do you see it somewhere?
Yeah.
Where?
Ramakrishna.
Oh, yes. In the lives of all such great saints, one very important thing that you surely see is their tremendous yearning for God. That they see, if you don't feel the need for milk, even if it is not there, you won't care to go and get it. You don't care for it, you don't need it. So even though grocery store has milk, if you don't need it, you won't go and buy it. So even if there is yearning available, if you don't feel the need, you won't get it. So you feel that I need to develop yearning, and now there is the source that look at their lives. There is yearning. Try to match, go there. That is, you go to the grocery store. So you connect yourself with that. So you form a connection with such saintly people. And thus, you also will develop yearning in your life. That is what the first answer was given, that through holy company. Secondly, another important thing that we can notice here about yearning, that when you see that many other things we yearn in life for, not that we never get any yearning for anything. We get yearning for, like one friend of mine gets yearning for ice cream. Many kids get yearning for ice cream. So you get yearning for ice cream, you get yearning for many other things. One gets yearning to watch many sports, yearning. But why then yearning for God? Because after some experience, you see that all those other yearnings did not provide any lasting satisfaction in your life. So you discard them. And thus you see what all this real yearning was for. You identify your real desire, real craving, what you really want. Many times it is told that give up all desires. It sounds a bit negative. So you change the language. You say that, well, identify your true desire, that desire which you won't give up. All other desires come to you for some time and not at other time. Like the desire to eat, say, ice cream. And not that every time you get that desire. After eating a lot of ice cream, then that desire you don't get for a time. It is not always there. So similarly, you see all desires, sometimes they are there, at some other time they are not there. So what is our true desire? We can see that true desire is to get the ultimate happiness and peace. So that is our true desire. The happiness that doesn't depend on any object. The happiness that depends on some object, we cannot get it, really speaking. Because that object, first of all, it is not in our power. Secondly, it may not always give happiness. So we have to find the source of happiness where that happiness is intrinsic and it is not an object outside, so that we can always have it. If you think, say, ice cream, how long? You may not get happiness from it. You may get ice cream maybe all the time. Suppose I give that person, come on, take ice cream, we'll take, say, one scoop. Then do you want more? You feel happy with the ice cream? If ice cream has happiness, then if one scoop gives you this happiness, this much happiness, 2 scoops would have given you double of that. 10 scoops would have given you 10 times of that. But that doesn't happen. It has that law of diminishing returns, as they say. Law of diminishing returns, that with first scoop you got some happiness, second scoop okay, and third scoop you say, no, I am good, I don't want any. You don't derive any more happiness from it, because it was not there in the ice cream at all to begin with. You always got it from within yourself. That is the store of happiness. So when you know that, the yearning for God starts taking place. Yearning for the God who is your true self, that starts manifesting then, and it goes on then increasing. For other things, the yearning is only till you actually get it. After you get it, that yearning starts diminishing. That it is, you aspire, say, for some girl or some boy, you feel lot of yearning. Till when? Till you get it. Once you get it, then it starts, the curve starts going down. It is as that Urdu poet says, that it is only in waiting that that kind of happiness is only in waiting. The waiting gives you a sense that it is coming, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and so forth. And then it is gone. So therefore, it is not really the source of happiness. When you know that God is the source of happiness, then there will be yearning. All yearning will be then transferred into yearning for God. You say analysis is part of gaining spiritual understanding. If analysis is not your forte or in your nature, are there other methods towards illumination? 2 answers are there. First of thing is yes, there are various ways in which one can get the answer. Getting connected to God is most important. So even if you don't have the analytical attitude, you can get devotionally connected to God, and you will get the answers through that. One good example was the life of Swami Adbhutananda. He was amongst the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. All other disciples of Sri Ramakrishna were big scholars, highly educated, and so forth. But this disciple of Sri Ramakrishna didn't have any formal education. But he got all the answers through the devotional connection. Second answer is that why you don't have the analytical nature, it is not your forte, but you can make it your forte. You can still develop the tool, and not that you should be just thinking that it is not my forte. May not be now, but that doesn't mean tomorrow you cannot get it. You can get it tomorrow. Such things do happen in life. You may not have a refrigerator in your house today, but if you need, what do? It is not my forte, do you say? No, you go and get it. So if you don't have the analytical tendency now, you can get it, You can acquire it. The time is running out for us. I have asked for something in my life to happen. I find this something is happening, but obstacles pop up. I am not able to read after this. Can you read the other part? Who asked this question? What is the next part?
But do the obstacles help us? Number one, why do the obstacles pop up when we're looking for some spiritual answers? And number two, does it help in making us strong?
Well, obstacles, sometimes they are indicative of progress also. Obstacle is a kind of landmark sometimes, like when you are traveling somewhere and then you get on the way that toll booths. Now at the toll booths, then it is kind of obstacle. You have to stop and pay and then go. Sometimes you are pickpocketed by Easy Pass. You go and money is taken out of your bank account. But anyway, that is. So what does it indicate? That you are progressing. From your home, you came up to the that where these toll booths are. So you pay the toll and go ahead. So that is an obstacle, but it is indicative of progress also. So obstacles, let them come, overcome them. That's all. Don't get bogged down by the obstacles. And that is the suggestion, that obstacles, if they come, let them come, overcome them. Only those who don't get obstacles, who never go anywhere, never make any effort, they will never get obstacles. If you don't travel, you don't go to toll booths. It is only those who travel, they will go there. So those who are not making any efforts will never get into any obstacles. If Arjuna wanted to remember what Krishna said, why didn't he just read the Bhagavad Gita? A very good question. That's a great question. Yeah, I don't think I will answer that because your laughter showed that you already know the answer. Thank you.
There was no Bhagavad Gita.
Well, you see that it is a joke rather than a question. Very good question. Thank you. So, thank you, friends. Now we will be going downstairs there to listen to the devotional music, and afterwards we will have a little supper. So please, the Shabad music is very good. It is that Guru Sangeet, Guru Mat Sangeet, where the words of the saints are given very beautiful tunes, and they are sung with devotional fervor. And these youngsters associated with the Milford Gurudwara, I requested them to perform here, and it was very nice of them that they agreed. So they must have by now gotten ready. So yes. So let us go down for listening to the music and. Not all of them live there. They, of course, live somewhere around, somewhere in this region. No, after that, no Arati today. Yes, after supper we may have meditation. So thank you, friends.
So we do Sarvamangala.
Yes, Sarva Mangala at the end. At the end, we will do Sarva Mangala there downstairs.